Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of 1220 Cooking UK. I'm Izzo, and today we're going to go back to basics, back to traditions, and we're going to make spaghetti alla carbonara. And this is a great dish. It's a Roman dish, and it's even shown in one of my favorite cookbooks, which is Roma in bocca, which means Rome in your mouth. And you can see the traditional recipe in Roman. I've broken the book. In Roman, so Roman dialect, and then it's translated in Italian, which is great. But being the good Italian that I am, I know the recipe off by heart because it's a family favorite. So what are the ingredients? Let's have a look. So to start off with, we have 4 fresh eggs. We have 150 grams of pancetta. The ideal would be guanciale, which is a different cut of meat, but unfortunately, living in the UK, it's a bit difficult to get a hold of. But this is a good alternative. Next, we have pecorino. Pecorino is similar to Parmesan cheese, so it's a hard cheese, but it's made out of sheep milk. And sheep in Italian is pecora, which actually tells you what you're eating. Then we have spaghetti, because a good spaghetti alla carbonara is made with spaghetti, and some salt for my water. And the key ingredient in this, which is pepper. So why is carbonara called carbonara? Because it has a lot of pepper in it. And the pepper resembles flakes of charcoal on your pasta. So this is exactly why it's called carbonara. So for no other reason. And if you noticed, there is no cream in my carbonara. And I'll show you how to get it extra creamy. Let's get going. So to start off with, I've got a large pan of water getting ready to boil, which is the start of any good pasta, lots of water. And I've got a second pan here. So I'm going to first do my pancetta. To help ease the pancetta's cooking, I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit, just to get everything going. And then I'm going to add in my beautiful pancetta. It's about 150 grams. And what we want to do with this is we want it to release the fat and release the flavor. So we're doing it on medium heat to help everything release. And then we're going to crisp it up a little bit. While our pancetta is cooking away, crisping up, releasing all that deliciousness, we'll prepare the carbonara base. So what is that? It's a bit like making an omelette. So I'm using 4 eggs, and I'm going to use 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks for that richness. Remember to crack your eggs on a flat surface so that you're less likely to get shells inside. 1. Make sure your eggs are also nice and fresh because there's very little cooking happening in the eggs. Look at that egg yolk, it's beautiful. Good eggs make a difference to every dish you use eggs in. Beautiful. There we go. And now, with my trusty fork, I'm going to make some holes and start with the angle technique. Mix your eggs. While I'm mixing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some salt, because we need to season this. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to use a pinch for now because my pecorino is salty. I'm gonna add some pepper. You can always add more. And I'm gonna add maybe 3/4 of my pecorino. I knew I did math class for a reason. It's to explain recipes properly. There we go. So now we mix this beautiful, it becomes almost like a paste. And you need to mix it very well because the whites need to mix with the yolks. My creamy carbonara sauce is ready. And my pancetta is looking very, very, very good. And what I'm going to do now is, because my pasta is going to be tossed in here with the egg, with the pancetta, we want to turn off the heat because there's enough residual heat in here to finish off the cooking process. The reason why carbonara is creamy is because you have that egg that's been slowly heated up and incorporated with your pasta and incorporated also with pasta water. It's not cream, it's not butter, it's not any of those things, not Philadelphia. So we need to make sure that we don't make scrambled eggs. We don't want scrambled eggs with pasta. So turn off your heat, your pancetta is going to keep on bubbling away very little, and we will have time to cook our pasta. My water is boiling. So when you cook pasta, as usual, salt your water when the water is boiling. And we want it to taste like the sea. So I'm putting a little bit more. And wait for it to boil vigorously again. And then, as usual, I'm looking at my cooking times. So al dente 10 minutes and fully cooked 12 minutes. We're gonna go in between because in this household we have an issue. My mom and dad like it a bit more cooked and I like it basically still straight. So let's just meet in the middle. So I'm gonna pull out my spaghetti. And I've got a nice handful. And the way I put my spaghetti in is I grab it, twist it, and drop it in. And then with some tongs, kitchen tongs, you just slowly push them in the direction you drop them in. They soften immediately. Okay, our pasta's been boiling and we've got 1 minute to go. So what I'm gonna do is taste it, not throw it around, because what we're doing, we're cooking, not redecorating. So we take a strand of our spaghetti. Take just one strand. And taste it. For me, it needs a little bit more, just because I know mom and dad like it a bit more cooked. But I've also prepared my station. So my pancetta is cooked, but it's still soft. It's not rock hard. I've got my eggs ready right next to me. And I've also got my pecorino and my pepper for the last few stages. It's been a few more seconds. I tasted it again. The pasta's ready. So what I'm going to do is switch it off now and bring it close to my final location. And with some tongs, because I want the pasta water to be introduced, I'm going to transfer it into my beautiful pancetta. So bringing with me some of the pasta water, which is important. And we're keeping this pasta water for now because we might need more of it. And in the meantime, I'm getting a beautiful pasta facial, which people pay money for facials these days, and I'm getting it for free. I try and get as much as all the pasta. Okay, all our pasta's out, and now we need to mix it about in this beautiful pancetta that's released all its lovely flavor. Don't use anything smoked This is just traditional pancetta. So once the pasta has incorporated and the pancetta has been moved all the way around and it's coated with that oil, as you can see, we can start to add our eggs. So here we go. Try and show you. And try and get everything out. And now we need to move fast. Remember, it's only residual heat going through our pan, and we're stirring and stirring and turning and making sure that our pasta is getting completely coated. This takes a bit of time and love. You can hear it, it's making this beautiful noise, which means that it's getting coated really well. And I'm gonna add a little bit more pasta water, which is very important. Some more pasta water. It's got all that starch in it. Some more pasta water and then stir through again. And you can see it's creamy. I'm gonna add the rest of our pecorino. And some more of our pepper. And I'm gonna keep stirring. It always needs to keep moving, because if you don't move it, then you're gonna get scrambled eggs, and that's not what we want. Perfect. Beautiful. Let me show how to plate it. You have your plate, and what you do with some kitchen tongs is you grab your pasta, you put your plate underneath, and then twist while you're putting it on top. And look at how pretty that looks. Take a little bit more of the bacon or pancetta. And there you go, spaghetti alla carbonara. And here we go, guys, my beautiful spaghetti alla carbonara with lots of black pepper on top, because that's where it gets its name. And I think this is how you eat spaghetti, by the way. I think it's time to taste it. Wow, ma come sei buona. Delicious. Enjoy. Remember to cook with love and to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching.